Hi, myself Atish Jain. I am Software Career Foundation expert. I train engineering students on various programming languages. In today's session, I'll explain procedure-oriented programming versus object-oriented programming. See, if you are a beginner to the programming industry, if you have already learned C programming, or if you have already learned C++ or Java or Python, then this video is very useful to you. Yes, really, this video is very much useful to you. I'll be sharing some important points related to procedure-oriented programming and object-oriented programming. So just try to recollect what you have learned in those programming languages. So first let me start with procedure-oriented programming. See, procedure-oriented programming and object-oriented programming are two different paradigms for developing a program, for writing an application, isn't it? So in procedure-oriented programming, it is nothing but a concept, is it clear, through which an application is developed. So there are so many programming languages which comes into this category of procedure-oriented programming approach. You take BASIC, COBOL, Fortran, Visual Basic, your C language, all these programming languages comes into the category of procedure-oriented programming approach. So here I have given the example of C language. Why? Because nowadays no one is working with, no one is learning BASIC, COBOL or Fortran right now. Is it clear? So most of the students are familiar with C language. So to explain the procedure-oriented programming approach, I have taken the example of C language here. See, the first point is it follows the top-down approach. If you have already worked with C language, then just try to recollect. Your program design starts with main and you keep on writing instructions over there and it ends with your end of main. So procedure-oriented programming languages follows the top-down approach in program design. The second one is in procedure-oriented programming approach, the more emphasis, the more focus is given on functions rather than data. Means procedure-oriented programming language comprises of number of functions. So the third point is in procedure-oriented programming, preference is given for functions more rather than data. Means data is given a very less priority in procedure-oriented programming language. As data is given less priority, data is globally available across the system. So data moves freely. As data moves freely, there is no security for the data in procedure-oriented programming language. So data moves freely across the system is nothing but the fourth point what we would like to convey, and there is very less reusability of data as well as code. Of course, we can reuse the code by using the concept of functions, but we don't have any data reusability. So if you have already worked with C programming language, just try to connect these points in your programming journey. And if you are about to learn, then while learning, try to recollect these points what I have explained here. Okay, so now let's see what is object-oriented programming. So first let me give you the examples. C++, Java, C#, Python, and there are so many languages which comes into the category of object-oriented programming approach. Friends, again I am saying procedure-oriented programming and object-oriented programming are the approaches, or simply I can say the theoretical concept, okay, which is implemented in different programming languages. So if you have worked with these languages, then just try to recollect what I am saying. The first point is object-oriented programming language follows bottom-up approach. Means we will be completely focusing on building the different blocks of your program, and at last you are writing your main function. Yes, just try to understand how you have practiced your Java, how you have practiced your C++ or C# or Python. That is known as actually bottom-up approach. Objects are the basic building blocks of your object-oriented programming. Means the whole program revolves around objects. Is it clear now? Next, the third point is focus is more on data rather than the functionality. In object-oriented programming language, the more focus is given on data. Why? Because data is the fundamental part, or we can say the basic requirement of every organization, the main requirement of every organization. So in object-oriented programming language, data is given more priority, data is given more focus rather than the functionality. So as data is given more priority, data movement is restricted. Yes, the data is restricted, or we can say the data restriction is given with the help of some access specifiers like public, private, protected, and those access specifiers doesn't allow the data to move freely around the system. Okay, and code and data both can be reused in an object-oriented programming language. So the modern programming development is completely on object-oriented programming model only, and object-oriented programming language models the real world objects, and as it models the real world objects, it becomes very easy to develop applications. Hope guys you have understood these concepts. This is just a basic idea I'm giving to you, but if you go through the whole programming approach of procedure oriented programming or object oriented programming, we have to work practically by using a programming language to experience these points what I have said. Thank you so much. Bye bye. See you in next video with another interesting topic.